Alright, what's going on? Welcome to the video, guys. So we're going to be looking at the MT25. This is on Safe Haven, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to include a 12T video as well after this, two Tier 6 light games, and this way I can kind of clump together a lot of the videos I want to show you, but this one is, in my opinion, the more important one because I started using these two bushes that Skill has used in some of his videos, and they're very, very effective. So I'm going to show you that. I'm using I think it's the 57 millimeter on 57 millimeter gun on this tank. You have a few options with this tank. There's, I think, like a 75 millimeter, but I like the 57 because it has more DPM and it's pretty nasty. I think the pen might even be a little higher too. But here you go. You can spot people from this bush. You can actually spot people like all the way back here, and anyone who comes in the mid is going to get annihilated, especially if you have really good DPM and good shell velocity and all that stuff. This tank is not that bad in terms of that. You know, with the 57 millimeter, you can literally rip people apart with the 57 millimeter. I mean, it is just so fast. It shoots so fast. It's lightning quick. So I'm sitting here. I'm not really taking shots just quite just yet. I would like to spot people and have other people do that first before people know that I'm sitting here, right? The longer you could go without taking shots, like other people are going to take shots for you. You know, it's better, the better, right? Like, because you want to stay hidden and not let the team know where you are immediately. Oftentimes what I do in lower tier games is I will, you know, start shooting like almost immediately, and then the enemy team knows where I am, and it could actually make my game worse. But these guys have no idea I'm here, so they're just constantly poking and poking and poking, and it allows them to, for me, it allows me to keep them lit, right? And they remain lit, so my teammates can shoot them like that. So I would rather just sit here for as long as I can and try and get that spotting damage, and maybe these guys will try and push the middle line here near like H6 area or whatever that is. So that's what I'm doing. Eventually I do decide to start using my gun here, but like I said, being that I'm here, like if I were to shoot at these guys before they made this move into the mid, they probably wouldn't make the move into the mid. So again, this is why I'm talking so much about trying to just hold off on shooting. And now I finally, you know, take the shots. This T-34 knows he's in trouble here. I'm able to get a really nice shot there, light him on fire twice. I don't know how the heck that happened. Just sheer luck, which never happens to me, but it did, and 500 damage, just like that. So now we have the VK here, and now that I actually wasn't spotted, I don't think, taking shots at the T-34, but at this point, I've made those shots. The T-34 could have pinged me or whatever on the map for his team, and I'm just going to start using my gun at this point. So we get a shot at the VZ there. I'm looking at the Chaffee. I know he's looking at me. I'm trying to kind of beat this guy, you know, to the punch. He takes a shot at me. I'm able to pretty much dodge it. I don't know if that would have hit me anyway, but yeah, we're basically smacking the Super Chaffee. I get hit by the VK, and now I'm going to be a little more careful. But this spot, so effective, guys. 1016 damage, 355 assists, and look at this. These guys are just funneling into my gun. And we have two E25s. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are trying to do, but I'm loading APs. I'm trying to save a little bit of coin by shooting the APs, and look at this. This guy is just going to run right through here, and 40 TP is behind me. I did notice that. Was trying to take as many shots at those guys as I could, and now we're going to basically run after the 40 TP because I thought about going down, but I realized this whole thing is going to, you know, break down soon. So I'm just going to YOLO after the 40 TP. I have the DPM to make it work, and yeah, we're able to clean him up. Luckily, 1269 damage, 355 assists, and it's just going to keep going up from there. VZ is here. This is a tough tank for me to deal with. At this point, what I'm going to do is just try and fight him off as good as I can. I'm going to request help. I'm going to run around him and do my light tank, you know, thing, and just try and get as many shots as I can into this guy. I'm pretty sure my game is over at this point, but I think I am able to clean this guy up with some help. I don't remember exactly. We will see. Yeah, and this is the good thing about light tanks, guys. Like, if you're good with light tanks, you can do this. This guy misses his shot on me. You can, you know, play Ring Around the Rosie with these people, and like, look at this. This is a tier 6 light tank against, I believe this is a tier 7 heavy, and yeah, you can just run circles around these guys because they can't, you know, if they're better players, they can kind of try and box themselves in somewhere, and then you can't do that. But he was just not a very good heavy tank player, and you know, most people will just keep trying to turn their turret and back up to try and get shots at you when all they have to do is pin themselves up against something. Some turretless TD players know this, but you know, some don't, and some heavy tanks don't know this as well. And yeah, you can just run circles around them because the turret turn speed is so slow. So that's how I was able to basically farm damage there off of that guy. And now we have a very close game. 2,045 damage, 431 assist, and I was able to continue the game there. It's been weeks since I played this battle, so I wasn't really sure. Couldn't quite remember, you know, the result of this game, but we're able to get 2 shots there into the E25, and yeah, I feel like at this point I've done my duty at this game. I've done my light tank duty. I got a little bit of spotting damage. We carried with a lot of damage, and this game is just very close. And at this point, it's like, what am I gonna do, right? Like I'm a one shot at this point. I don't want to be going up against an E25. You know, like what am I supposed to do? So I'm gonna run over here, and I'm thinking at this point, like, if I get to here, the E25 is probably going to press me here. At the very least, I can at least maybe get another shot or 2 at the Super Chaffee. But then the E25 changes his mind, I guess, and he doesn't come up. So I'm going to poke out. I'm going to get 1 shot into this guy, and I think, yeah, that ricochets. I didn't think I cleaned him up. So that ricochets, and here's Super Chaffee, and Dicker Max ends up getting the kill on me. So unfortunately, like, even if we were able to clean up the E25, I think we still would have lost this game because T29 is here, as you'll see. I think I did watch the rest of this game. So yeah, here's the T29. He's able to get 1 kill there. I guess that was on the Super Chaffee. And yeah, unfortunately we did lose this game because I took a look at the end plates and it was a defeat. But what can you do, guys, right? Like, I feel like I played this game very, very well. Had I stayed alive just a little bit longer, maybe we would have been able to carry it, but it was a super good game for me nonetheless. And yeah, this T29 is not the greatest of players. He really should have just kept going after this E25, but he waits all the way until the Dicker Max gets here, and then he's trying to poke on the Dicker, and yeah, E25 flanks him. Good game, right? So let's take a look at the end plates of this one, and then I will get into the 12T game. Alright, so here we go. It was a second class game. We got this because we lit that dude on fire, right? 2,295 damage, 578 assists. We got 2 kills, and we did a lot of damage to the enemy modules, right? 5 on the T-3485, which isn't surprising because we lit them on fire twice. And yeah, we were top topic by experience and second by damage in this game on our team. And we lost quite a bit of coin, even with premium. No surprise there. We shot a lot of APCRs. I'm doing this all the time. I always shoot APCRs, guys. They're just better. Better pen, better shell velocity, just better all around. All right, let's take a look at this 12T game. I'll open them plates after to not spoil it. And yeah, we're just going to combine these two because I really need to start saving time with recording these videos. I just you know, want to keep it a hobby and not make it feel like a chore because of all the videos I bring you guys. Sometimes on my days off I'll be spending over an hour recording these videos, and yeah, it can get quite you know, extensive at times. Like, I'll have like sometimes 10 videos that I want to record, and it takes quite some time. So this should be a good game. It's on Westfield. A lot of, you know, light tank games that I play on Westfield are pretty exciting. So here we go. We're going to come up this way. What I started doing in some light tanks is going over here, but I find that it's very difficult to spot. It's much easier to spot this from this spawn than it is from this spawn. Like, when you come this way, it's just the way this works, right? It's the way it's like shaped, that from here it's much harder to scout this. But there's a good bush you can get into over here and scout this when all these guys come through like this. So coming up to this bush, we spot AMD here. This guy is trying to shoot at him with, looks like HE shells, the Cromwell, or something. Maybe it was the VK. But in any case, you know, the mediums are actually doing their job. I find what happens on this map a lot of times is that you will have people that will come up here like so, or I'm sorry, this way. They'll come up here like so, and then they'll all sit in this little area. And that's a really bad idea because, yeah, you might have shots going this way and stuff, but if you don't press this and the enemy team wins this, it's so easy to pull up here and like outspot people that are sitting here. Like, say if I'm the AMD or whatever, you could pull up here, even in a wheelie, and you can outspot everyone in this area. And yeah, I always suggest, if you unless you have a really slow medium, that you press this line. It's just better because you want to win it, right? So we're taking shots in the T-34 here. The 12T is very effective at doing something like this. Luckily that shot went in, but with the clip, when someone is in the open, this tank is very, very effective at, you know, whittling down the enemy's HP, because you have 130 something damage a shot, I think it is, correct? 135 damage a shot, and you have 4 shells in the clip. So it's very effective at yeah, doing that. Try and take one more shot there at the AMD. And, you know, the accuracy can be a little trollish, but it's not terrible. But already we're at 559 damage, and to do this in another light tank, say the MT-25, we wouldn't be at this kind of damage, just because it's less damage per shot. I mean, we might be close, right? But this is where the clip becomes really, really effective. One thing to note in the 12T is that the shells, the shell count, I should say, really, really bad. I think we're going to end up cleaning this guy up. I do ricochet him, trying to get one more shot into him here. I miss, and now I'm going to come down. There's been time, I want to say probably 4 or 5 games that I've played in this tank where I would be down to only a few shells left, guys. Like, you don't realize, like, 36 shells, I think it is total, is not a lot, because each clip is 4, so all you have to do is go through 9 clips, and in a long game, like, that might sound like a good amount, but when you're talking about a long game, especially if you're going to take a few blind shots, you're going to run out of shells, like, very quickly. Like, there's been many games where I've been down, like I said, probably even more than that, maybe like 10 games that I've played in this vehicle where I've been down to like my last clip. I think only 1 or 2 I played where my ammunition was completely empty. But yeah, it does happen. You really don't want to take a lot of blind shots in this tank because of that. So I'm going to come up here. I'm trying to spot quickly because I have the HP to kind of do it. So I'm trying to kind of spot this Hellcat. Jackson is able to get eliminated. That's good. But yeah, this is a very risky play to make. The only reason I did it is because my HP was so high, and I know that I'm, you know, able to take a round or 2, right? So Panther is here. I'm going to try and get shots on this guy. I'm hoping the VK is going to spot him as he's coming around. I can see that he is on the move, and you know, we're going to do our best to try and get shots into this guy because I have a good angle on him if he backs up, and you know, he might think he's safe from the people in front of him, but he's not safe from me if he decides to kind of back down there. So more than likely we will win the hill at this point. That's, from what I'm seeing, it's likely that we should win it because we have 3 TDs sitting over there and we have 2 heavies, and it looks like they only have 3 players that are at least spotted. So it could be, actually could really go either way, but I think we should win that, right? P43 is here. We're getting good shots at him. He doesn't look like he wants to move at all. He's moving, and now I want to get a shot at the Panther because I want to make that guy a 1 shot, but as it turns out, we rack him. Lucky us, and he blows up, and he's going back to the garage, and his game is over. So 12-14 damage, 160 assists, just like that. And look, guys, we're down to 22 shells already. We're out of APs, and pretty much, right? We only have 2 shells for AP because of the way I reloaded, and now we're down to arguably 5 clips because, you know, that's not even a full clip, 2 AP shells. But if it came down to that, I will, you know, use them. So P43 is here. We're going to YOLO him again with the 12T. You can do this. It's very, very effective. You can clean people up just like that. The burst damage is phenomenal with the clip. And yeah, I'm clicking on the map so that people know that I'm going to attempt to spot this. And here's the Hellcat. I'm surprised this guy didn't get a shot into me before, but I guess he was trying to stay safe over there. And yeah, we're able to spot this guy. Coming up. I'm still proxying him. I'm going to get some shots into him because I know he's not looking at me. We're going to get 1, 2, 3 shots in this guy. I'm going to go and reload, and now we have only 13 APCRs, and that's basically 3 clips. So this is how easily, you know, you can lose shells. I mean, it's just incredible like how quick this happens. And this wasn't even a close game, right? Like now we're getting to a point where this game is, you know, we're likely going to win this, and it's still at 9 minutes. Like it's only been 5 minutes. So can you imagine if this game went all the way down to you know, a couple minutes remaining? Here's AMD. We're going to go after the AMD. Missed that shot. It's okay. We got 2 more. Third one into him. Fourth one into him, and he's done. Artie cleans up the other Artie over there. And we have 1 medium left. We have 11 shells left. We have 2 clips left, basically, 2 full clips. And, you know, we're going to basically just run after this STRV-74. This guy looks like a Unicum, and this is what Unicums do. They stay alive. So anyway, we're going to go after this guy. I know that I don't get the kill on him. Everyone else cleans him up, and that's the game, guys. So 4 kills. We did 2,463 damage visible, 659 assists. We got a rack. That was fun. And let's take a look at the end plates. All right. Here we go. Was a mastery. Hip hip hooray. So mastery, we also got the, you know, rack, or I think there's 2 different ones, right? We got the, in the first game, we got the lighting someone on fire, and then we got the, you know, racking someone, so that's always fun. 2,610 damage, 959 assists, 4 kills. What a phenomenal performance this was. 1,324 base experience. And yeah, we're top by damage, top by experience. I would expect that. Lost 23k. Boo-hoo, right? Like, what are you going to do? 25 shots fired, 21 hits, 19 pens, guys. And yeah, a lot of this damage came from a decent distance as well. From a distance of more than 300 meters, 1,000 damage. So, you know, that's pretty good in the 12T given its accuracy. Like, I don't think this tank, like, if you look over here, the aiming time and the dispersion, we are on the 12T, right? Yep. The aim time and the dispersion is not the best compared to some other lights. And you can see the DPM's bad, but when you're talking about the clip, you know, you could look at the DPM, right? But if you know that this tank has a 4-round clip, you can basically ignore the DPM because it's really about burst damage. That's what it comes down to. All right, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 2 games in the MT25 and the AMX 12T, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.